Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Rukka Cosmic Pants, available at RevZilla.com. The Rukka Cosmic Gore-Tex pant is the complement for the Rukka Cosmic Gore-Tex jacket, and it's really going to be a top of the food chain, 3-season touring, adventure touring style pant. Now I say that because it's Gore Pro shell. It also has a removable Outlast liner, and the Outlast is that molecular thermocool liner that what it does is it keeps you cooler when you're too warm and it releases heat when you start to cool off. We're going to walk through that in detail a little bit later in the video, but what you really need to know is that this pant will cover you winter, spring, and really fall. It's gonna give you that 3-season cold weather, but into the summer with a little bit more of a limited ventilation scheme, you might start to get hot. If you want more of a 3-season warm weather pant, you should check out the AirVision from Ruka. And if you wanna go a hair beefier, you can always step up into the Armas. Now, looking quickly at size before I walk through all of the nuances in detail. Sizing, Brian's wearing a size 50. He's 6 foot, 195. He's about a 32 in jeans. But remember, that doesn't matter, because what we've done is we've measured his waist at his belly button with the tape measure, and he comes in right around that 35 mark. When you use a size chart correctly, you're going to get an inseam and a waist, and that will give you the fact that he's going to be wearing a 50 comfortably. Keep in mind too that Ruka makes a short size as well as tall size range here in the Cosmic, so it's going to accommodate guys with a little bit of bigger belly or a little bit of a taller inseam. And remember as well, we're going to ship and exchange for free, so don't worry about it if you're not used to buying online. Now, looking at the pants as a whole, I'm going to start with Gore-Tex. Waterproof, breathable, guaranteed for life. It's built in. It's Gore Pro, meaning the outer shell is a Cordura liner with Armacor knees and seat, but then you have the bonded Gore-Tex as well as a thin liner on the interior that's connected to everything. It's really that 3-layer system from Gore-Tex. So that means the outer shell of this pant is completely waterproof. Now, I did mention that on the inside of that, you're going to have your 60-gram thermal layer, which is your Outlast. It's that molecular phase change material. Looking at the outer shell, though, it's Cordura in its main construction. I mentioned Armacor. Armacor is going to be a mixture of aramid and Cordura, which is really Kevlar and Cordura built together in a ripstop fashion. Dual layer at the knees, and you can see the double stitching throughout. There are even bands, and this is one of the things I really like about this pant, bands of Gore-Tex stretch material mid-thigh, at the knee, and you can see them on the back as well. And they're gonna be still completely waterproof, but they're gonna add comfort and flex to it. Now, getting a little further into the protective elements here of the Cosmic, you'd see that this is one of the first pants from Ruka that's using the D3O Air, which is a molecular armor, meaning that it gets hard upon impact by dispersing that energy throughout. But notice the perforated scheme to it here. This is designed specifically by Ruka in conjunction with D3O to be molecular armor, and this is actually the right knee that I've completely pulled out. Notice the entire coverage that you're going to get where it's knee all the way down to the shin. The other thing I'm going to take note of is that there are full hip pads that are built in. These are the same material that D3O Air from Ruka. And turn around, I want to show the back really quickly as we're kind of walking through just kind of the outer overview here of the pant. Notice the 360-degree zipper. At the seat, you have a couple different technologies, and they're both playing together. You have the Antiglide system, which is this rubberized coating that keeps you from moving around on your seat. It creates a better of a stickier contact patch. And then it uses the AirCushion system, which is really on the inside of the pant. It's 2 layers with some separation around really the underside of your backside and your crotch. And what it does is it gives you a little bit more room for breathability and aids in waterproofness as well. And if you scan down the back, you'll see more double stitching, more areas of Gore-Tex stretch material as you go down into the cuff. So come back around to the front for me. I'd love to hear your gut reaction too. Click here to subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel. Questions, comments, concerns, take a hair step forward a little bit closer to me. There you go, Brian. So walking into the nuances here, notice that Brian's wearing suspenders with this. They're completely removable. I talked about a 360-degree zip that's going to pair up with the Cosmic or any of the other high-end Ruka jackets. Dual snap at the fly. Unzip that snap for me, or unsnap that snap, and show there's going to be a Gore-Tex gaiter that goes between it. And we talked about that removable Outlast liner. It's going to be 360-degree zips at the waist and at the cuff. So that's how you'd remove it. And for me with pants, it takes a little bit longer to get those full zippers off versus just a snap, but I find that pant liners stay in place much better when they're fully encompassed and they connect to the outer shell. The other thing I like about these pants is that you're going to see adjustability at the waist. That's a built-in belt with its own loops. That's by Ruka. And then moving down, you have a few other things going on here. So we talked about armor, we talked about Armacor. You're going to see vent panels on the fronts of both legs. Now, because this is Gore Pro, they're venting directly to the pant. It's not a vent that's going to vent to the liner. So again, when you are warmer, if you catch a warm day in September, you're going to get great airflow directly to your body that should circulate throughout. And then you also turn and face that way for me. Stop right there. That's good. Notice water-resistant pockets here. They don't have a zip at the top because of the position on the bike, but what they do have is the neodymium magnet that's going to hold the storm flaps in place. Now, with you standing right there, I can come down here and I can work my way into the cuff design. Notice it is a tapered cut. It's not a baggy cut. It's not more of that adventure guy textile cut. In my opinion, this is European adventure cut, which means it's a little more svelte. There's a nice taper to the leg. I don't recommend you buying these as overpants. They're really built to be worn over a light base layer, and that's about it. And that's what Brian's wearing them. He's wearing them under his over his boxers today. Looking at the cuff, you have reflectivity that comes into play, and the cuff's a little bit more basic, but it's complete. And what I mean by that is it's a single piece of Velcro. Your cuff comes all the way up, but it is completely lined, and if I turn it inside out, I'm going to expose the fact that it's Cordura on the inside. A lot of times with heavy-duty adventure and multi-season touring pants, what you would see is somebody would wear a beefier boot. Sometimes they just wear a clean and classic European-style touring boot. Other times you'd see something like a CD Adventure Rain. You could see something like a TCX X Desert. Those boots are going to have heavy-duty camlock-style buckles, and when you get into that, even though they're lower profile, they could eat the pant away from the inside out. By having your abrasion-resistant materials that go up far underneath the cuff, you're giving yourself the best chance by wearing a beefy boot but having it play well with your gear and not wear it away over time. Again, that's the finishing touches. When we talk about the finishing touches, it's dual stitching, it's liners on the inside that are going to be wear resistant. You know, I will keep this in note too, and make sure you're buying the right length of pants, and that's the nice part about these pants coming in short and tall sizes, is when you have the pants on and when you're sitting on your bike, you want that knee cuff to sit squarely on the knee. The knees are not adjustable, but notice the length and size of that D30 Air Armor. It was quite all-encompassing. You can fit back, you can come back and turn towards the front. The other thing I'd mention too is when we talked about some of the Gore-Tex stretch, you know, when you had Brian turned around backwards, notice there was a big yoke along the back side where they had that big panel. And Brian, actually turn back around one more time. I want to show that really quickly. Move your hands for me. Notice the high back as well as the Gore-Tex stretch material that comes all the way up and the way that that's designed. Again, it's a comfort feature. Even if you're wearing without the suspenders, it's meant so that it's not going to end up sliding out of the way or riding down on you. And that's going to be something that comes in handy for longer distance rides. Come back around to the front for me, Brian. So again, all-encompassing, 3-season cold weather, a perfect merriment for the Rukka Cosmic. You have pockets on the outside, pockets built in at the hips, and again, Gore Pro. You're looking at north of $800 for this pair of pants, but honestly, in my opinion, it's an heirloom product. So when you buy an heirloom product, that means you're going to have it for a very, very long time. And remember, the waterproofing is guaranteed for life from Gore-Tex. So what I'd love to see from you is for you to click right here. Visit the RevZilla page and learn more. Read the customer reviews on the Rukka Cosmic Pant. People that buy pants like this take a lot of time to craft reviews and talk about how they've performed on the road, so you don't have to just take my word for it. Remember, we ship and exchange for free, and remember, we're the Rukka experts in North America. So if you want to talk more about it, shoot us a line. See us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the Rukka Cosmic Gore-Tex pants, available at RevZilla.com/Ruka. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.